Hello, and welcome to today's lesson on naturally occurring polymers. In today's lesson, we will understand the structure of DNA and its role in carrying genetic information. Then, we will identify the monomers that make up other naturally occurring polymers, like proteins, starch, and cellulose. So far, we've learned about multiple polymers, including polypeptides formed from amino acids. Today, we'll explore some of the polymers that occur naturally in living organisms. One of the most crucial examples is DNA, the molecule that carries genetic instructions essential for life. We'll also cover other naturally occurring polymers like proteins, starch, and cellulose. By identifying the monomers that make up these essential biological polymers, we will advance our chemical knowledge and highlight the intricate ways in which simple building blocks can create complex and vital molecules. So let's start with DNA, short for deoxyribonucleic acid, the molecule that makes life possible. DNA is a long, complex molecule made from two strands twisted together to form a shape known as a double helix, which you can think of like a twisted ladder. Each of these strands is a polymer formed by monomers called nucleotides. Each nucleotide consists of three parts: a deoxyribose sugar, a phosphate group, and a nitrogenous base, either adenine, A, thymine, T, cytosine, C, or guanine, G. The nitrogenous bases pair up in specific ways. A pairs with T and C pairs with G, with crosslinks holding the structure together. Essentially, the sides of the ladder are made of alternating sugar and phosphate groups, while the rungs are pairs of nitrogenous bases. Now, this sequence of bases is more than just structure. It's like a biological code. The specific order of these bases along the strands encodes all the genetic information necessary for the growth, development, and reproduction of living organisms. Cells use this code to make proteins, which control nearly every function within a living organism. What makes DNA even more fascinating is its ability to replicate. DNA can make exact copies of itself during cell division. This ensures that each new cell receives the same set of genetic instructions. DNA's ability to replicate and transmit genetic information means that traits, like eye color or hair texture, are passed from one generation to the next. This continuity is what allows life to evolve and organisms to inherit characteristics from their parents, ensuring that traits are consistently passed down through generations. In essence, DNA is not only the blueprint for life, but also the molecule that ensures the continuation of life across generations. Through replication, it guarantees that organisms pass on their genetic information, making DNA essential to the survival of all living things. Now that we've explored DNA, let's move on to other essential natural polymers that play a key role in life processes: proteins, starch, and cellulose. We've already examined proteins in the previous lesson, but let's recap them briefly. Proteins are another type of natural polymer, and they are made from monomers called amino acids. There are 20 different amino acids which can combine in countless ways to make a variety of proteins with unique functions. Think of it as making a chain of beads. The beads are amino acids, and they form polypeptide chains. The chains then fold into complex shapes, which determine the protein's function, such as speeding up reactions or providing structural support. Now let's look at two other important natural polymers: starch and cellulose. Both of these are made from the same monomer, glucose. Starch, cellulose, and glucose are all carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are biological molecules containing carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Despite being made of the same monomer, starch and cellulose have different structures and serve very different purposes. In plants, starch is a polymer used to store energy, and they can break it down back to simple glucose molecules when energy is needed. Animals, including humans, also rely on starch. When we eat starchy foods like potatoes or grains, our bodies break it down into glucose, providing us with energy. On the other hand, cellulose forms rigid fibers that make up the cell walls in plants, giving them structure and strength. These fibers act as a scaffold that supports plant growth, allowing trees and other plants to remain upright. While cellulose is also composed of glucose, its bonding structure is different, making it indigestible by humans and most animals. However, it's still important as fiber in our diet, aid in digestion by helping food move through the digestive system. By studying these naturally occurring polymers and their monomers, we can appreciate the complexity and diversity of biological molecules. Small changes at the molecular level can result in a wide variety of structures and functions, demonstrating the remarkable versatility of these building blocks. In today's lesson, we delved into the structure of DNA and other naturally occurring polymers, advancing our understanding of organic chemistry. We learned that DNA is composed of two polymer chains of nucleotides that form a double helix, and appreciated its crucial role in carrying genetic instructions for living organisms. We then explored other important biological polymers and their monomers. Proteins are made of amino acids, which can combine in various sequences to form diverse proteins with unique functions. Starch and cellulose, both composed of glucose monomers, serve different roles. Starch stores energy, while cellulose provides structural support in plant cell walls. This lesson highlighted the remarkable versatility and complexity of biological molecules, demonstrating how simple building blocks can create diverse and essential structures in living organisms. This foundational knowledge enhances our appreciation of molecular interactions and their critical roles in life processes. Watch the rest of the GCSE chemistry course at Sophos Education.